Man, I love Taco Bell. What a great store, man. Give me that cheesy bean and rice burrito. I'll be set for life. Give me a chicken quesadilla. Oh my goodness, man. Taco Bell is the greatest. You know what's better than Taco Bell? What an amazing TV series this is. And with season 3 wrapping up, and because I love being late to the party, I want to talk about what I believe is Invincible's greatest scene. Am I talking about Omni-Man contemplating how he's going to talk to Mark that he's a Viltrumite and their true purpose? No, but that's a great scene. Am I going to talk about Mark's final words to Omni-Man before he leaves Earth? No, but that's one of my favorite scenes in the show. Am I talking about Oliver's big-ass beatdown coming up? No, but that scene's really funny. What I want to talk about is a scene that revolves around my favorite character in this show, Debbie Grayson, Invincible's mother, and this scene in season 2 where she breaks down crying and pushes Mark away from her in her grief and sorrow. This scene is so amazing, and I just want to make a video about it because I'm rewatching season 2 with some friends, and Debbie's character in this season is so strong that I just needed to talk about it. But let's explain ourselves. Why do I like this scene so much? Well, I think it's the buildup of everything that's happened to Debbie in the show so far. One of the undersung highlights of season 1 of Invincible is the relationship between Debbie, Mark, and Nolan Grayson, and how just well written it is. From the writing, you can very clearly tell that this is a family who truly loves one another, and it's very fun and endearing to see on screen, even if we know down beneath the surface, everything is bubbling under, ready to erupt. And we see this progress as season 1 progresses itself. Debbie slowly begins to suspect Nolan of actually killing the Guardians thanks to Damian Darkblood. Nolan begins to feel paranoid that people know what he's done, and so now he's trying to come to Mark and prepare himself to tell Mark of his true identity and true nature of the Viltrum Empire. And one of the best lines in season 1 is this line here with Omni-Man when he remarks about Debbie.
I do love your mother, but she's more like a pet to me.
A pet?
Just a pet. Just a pet to him is what Debbie hears while she's watching her son get demolished by her husband. How heartbreaking of a scene this is. I personally love it. Now, it has been memed on to death. This is a tragic moment that is heartbreaking for Debbie. And of course, this scene is followed by Debbie having to watch her son get beaten within an inch of his life. It is a heartbreaking season finale and puts Debbie in a really terrible mental state to start season 2 off. But what I love about Debbie here is that she tries to keep on a strong facade. She's angry, she's hurt, she's betrayed, but she tries to be strong for Mark. She's planning beach vacation for his graduation present. She's getting ready to send him off to college. She's trying to be the mother that she wants to be, that she was before she was betrayed by her husband. And I think that's such a strong characteristic of her, and I really, really adore this writing within her. But the show doesn't let us forget that she's hurt, that she's dying inside, that she can't live like this. Everything can't be perfect. Her house that was rebuilt by Cecil, it's too perfect. It doesn't fit her. Everything that was broken around them, it shouldn't be here the way it is, and it hurts. Another scene I really love in this series is the scene between her and Holga, and just Debbie having someone to talk to, someone whose life also ended the night Omni-Man killed the Guardians. It's really, really strong, and it's a beautiful scene. It's a great scene. It's one of my favorite scenes. But it's not the scene we're talking about, because the scene we're talking about comes at the end of episode 2 of season 2. Near the ending of episode 2, season 2, we see Debbie try to go back to her job as a real estate agent, and she's struggling. She's seen a couple, and obviously the man is much more dominant over the woman in a very commanding and almost demeaning way. And Debbie, after her relationship was revealed for what it really was with Nolan, feels anger at this. She's trying to go to her life. She's trying to live about her life the best she can for not only herself but her son, but she can't. And it all comes crashing down when she gets home that day. She goes to pour herself another glass of wine to cope with the pain. Except when she tries to walk away from the cabinet, it opens again. It spills out, representing her emotions spilling out over the dam. It opens again, even though she tries to keep it in. She tries to close herself up, but she can't, and it opens, and she explodes. She begins trying to break the cabinet, break the glass, break the wine. Everything comes out in a raw, emotional display of betrayal, hurt, and sadness. And then she just collapses on the floor and begins crying. And this is great already, but then Mark arrives. And what I love about this Mark scene is that he sees his mother crying on the floor after he's been through hell in Atlantis. And she can't face him. She turns away and tries to cry into her hands. And when he goes to hug her, she pushes him back. And what I love about the scene is that it can be interpreted in so many ways. For example, she is his mother, and she doesn't want her son to see his mother be in such a pathetic and hurt position. But again, Mark's the son of Omni-Man. Mark's the son of the man who tried to take over the world, and only didn't because he left. The son of the man who betrayed her and called her a pet for over 20 years. She doesn't want to be reminded of that hurt. Could that be it? Could it just be that she wants to be alone and just wallow in her self-pity? It's horrifying, all the implications that are here, but it's amazing, and it's so beautiful. And when Mark hugs his mother, and they just sit together in pain that Nolan has caused them, I think it's beautiful, and it really makes this my favorite scene in the show. And the show's great afterwards. I love all the Ancient Levy stuff, I love the Conquest stuff, I actually love the Immortal stuff, I love the Invincible stuff, I love Oliver, I love the Thraxus stuff, the Viltrumite stuff, Battle Beast, Alan. I love the more Debbie stuff. For example, Debbie going to the support group. I love the Donald stuff. I think it's great. I love all this show. This show is so great. But this scene here with Debbie and Mark is just so strong for me. And I really, really just love it. It's one of my favorite scenes in animation in recent memory. And I love it. And I love Invincible. Invincible's a great show, and y'all should check it out. You should also check out Combatants to be Dispatched. It's a great manga. It's a great light novel. It's an anime that exists. Check it out. And I'll see y'all in the next one.